Michel Foucault was one of the most influential philosophers and social theorists of the 20th century. His work critically examined how power and knowledge shape human society, particularly in institutions such as medicine, prisons, and education. Born on October 15, 1926 in Poitiers, France, to eminent surgeon Paul Foucault and Anne Foucault, his family background significantly influenced his intellectual pursuit. Foucault's analysis of power relations, social institutions, and the construction of knowledge laid the foundation for the sociology of knowledge and continues to shape contemporary social sciences. My name is Ode Agbaka Godwin, and this is Everything Sociology 24. In this video, we explore Foucault's major contribution to sociology, focusing on his studies of madness, medical institutions, the prison system, and the relationship between power and knowledge. Foucault was associated with structuralism and post-structuralism, but rejected both labels. Instead, he preferred to be recognized as a critical historian of modernity and the Nietzschean philosopher. His approach to genealogy of knowledge was deeply influenced by Friedrich Nietzsche's The Genealogy of Morals, published in 1887. His main intellectual interests span the history of ideas, epistemology, ethics, language, and politics. The Social Construction of Madness, one of Foucault's earliest major works, Madness and Civilization, published in 1961, remains a cornerstone in the sociology of knowledge. He argued that the concept of madness is culturally constructed and that societies define what is considered madness based on historical and social context. Foucault traced how in the Middle Ages, European societies physically and socially excluded lepers. As leprosy disappeared, madness took its place as a socially excluded condition. By the 17th century, mad individuals were confined and institutionalized, considered unreasonable and dangerous. In the 18th century, madness was redefined as the opposite of reason, and by the 19th century, it became categorized as a medical condition requiring treatment. Through this historical analysis, Foucault demonstrated that concepts like madness are not universal truth but product of cultural and institutional discourses. He argued that knowledge itself is shaped by power and used to regulate human behavior. The birth of the clinic, medicine as a social institution. In The Birth of the Clinic, an archaeology of medical perception, published in 1963, Foucault examined the institutionalization of medical knowledge. He argued that medicine, like any other social structures, does not simply discover objective truth, but creates them through socially accepted concepts. One of his key ideas in this work is the gaze, a metaphor for the way medical professionals observe and classify patients. Foucault contended that the structure of hospitals and medical education is shaped by the way knowledge is organized within the profession. The medical gaze influences not only how illnesses are diagnosed, but also how medical institutions function. This insight reinforces his broader argument that knowledge is not neutral, it is produced within systems of power and serves specific social functions. His famous concept of panopticism describes how surveillance creates a sense of constant visibility, leading people to behave as if they are always being watched. This analysis illustrates how power operates through institutions, shaping individuals' action and identities. A major theme in Foucault's work is the relationship between knowledge and power. He argued that knowledge is not just a reflection of reality, but a tool used to exert power over individuals and society. Institutions such as education, medicine, and a legal system define what is considered true knowledge. These institutions create dominant ideologies that shape how individuals understand the world and their place in it. Schools, for example, do not just educate, they instill societal norms and reinforce power structures by producing obedient citizens. Foucault emphasized that knowledge is a social construct that serves the interest of those in power. For knowledge to change, the dominant ideology must be challenged. His work encourages us to question how knowledge is produced and who benefits from its acceptance. In conclusion, Michel Foucault's analysis of power, knowledge, and social institutions remains highly relevant today. His work challenges us to think critically about how societal norms are constructed and how institution controls human behavior. By examining history, he demonstrated that ideas we take for granted, such as madness, punishment, and even truth, are shaped by social forces rather than being objective realities. Understanding Foucault's insight can help us become more aware of how power operates in our daily lives and encourages us to challenge dominant narrative. If you found this discussion insightful, be sure to like, to share, and subscribe to Everything Sociology 24 for more thought-provoking content on sociology and beyond. My name is Ode Agbaka Godwin. Let us know in the comment, how do you see power and knowledge shaping the world around you?